Hey! Welcome aboard. I'm just going to turn my audio down so you guys don't pick the echoes up. So today we're aboard the class 67 and we're leaving Fort William Station to go up to Curoch. One stop today only, that's going to be Speed Bridge, I think that's how you pronounce it. Clear AWS. We've already got the people on board. We're slightly out the platform, which is a bit crazy, but nevertheless, lights, brakes released, train brake released, let's go. If you look at the back of the train, well, people are walking along the platform. They aren't getting on my train though, because we've already boarded everybody. You can see the back of the train was right up against the buffers, and we're still sticking out the Fort William platform. I've got no concern about us busting the speed limit, not by much anyway. I'm going to show you some of the cool toys this train's got, hopefully. Yes, I am. As you can see, it's a Class 67. We're hauling Caledonian sleeper coaches, but we're running in the daytime. It's about half an hour after we arrived from Glenfinnan in the 142. And as I say, we did a quick train swap. We had a cup of coffee, waited for the technicians to play with our train a bit, get us a new train, which is what they've done. Now, if I very it's I'll show you where the lines split. So this is called Mullane Junction. We go right, the line up to Mullane goes left. Pretty simplistic, really. Not 100% rocket scientist requirements there, but I'm just going to very quickly switch to the other cab. No, I can't do that. Actually, one thing I did miss is switching the braking thing to passengers. There's a switch for that somewhere. Parking braking. That's an emergency stop switch. I'm definitely not switching that. No, it's brake. There we go. So let's just switch the brake system to passengers, so basically brakes is a bit smoother, I think. At least that's what I was like to believe. Well, a little bit over 15, but less than a mile an hour over 15 is absolutely fine. I'm running out of relentless. And that's the 50 limit. So we're going to pretend the hood isn't there. Now, as the front of the train passes that, so as we see it through this side window. Okay, we'll imagine it's passed through. We'll push that button there. Now you'll hear a noise as the last carriage passes this point. It's a real feature on the 67s, and apparently IRL, the driver programs this box of tricks over here to basically tell it how long the train is, and then it works out how long the train is and how long we've been moving at what speed and all that clever stuff to give us a pretty accurate estimate of where the end of the train is. And it's pretty handy for things like reversing points or like this speed limit changes. You can see we went off to the left when we arrived came in from the left when we arrived from Glenfinnan, and we should be going straight ahead here. Yep, we are. I'm expecting the noise any second now. Okay, screw the train. It should make a noise, but it seems... Oh, what? There it was. That peep was it. That peep was the noise. It's a little bit off, but not by much. This is the 67. It's the Royal 67. As I say, we're hauling 12 Caledonian sleepers, which are converted Mark IV carriages. And we're heading down from Fort William, and the train will eventually make its way to London. But we're taking it as far as Curoch, which is 30 miles away, and about an hour's driving time. Unfortunately, this train doesn't have cruise control, which would be really nice if it did. But it wasn't to be with the 67. I do really like driving the 67. If you look at my profile, it's actually the train I drive most commonly because of how good it is. It's very, very stable. It's fast. It can do 125 miles an hour. And it's it's a real jack of all trades. And luckily we're kind of going uphill here. It's really just a long incline all the way to Curoch, going up. So we're going to just power through it. If we look at the map, I'm actually going to wait. I'm going to stabilise this at about 50, and then I'll show you the map. Over there, that's a Rio Tinto plant with Alcan. Also, the all-important check, in case you haven't seen a video with me on the 67 before. The horn's just a standard two-tone of da-da, and the bell doesn't make any noise. Right, so stabilising ourselves, about 40 I think, should be about right. 25? Once you build the energy up, it's interesting to try and make it stop. 13. That seems to be about right. So we can have a look at the map now. Well, that's Curoch. It's actually, yeah, the line has to snake around a lot to get to Curoch. So you see, there's Curoch. We're all the way up here. We're heading up to Spain Bridge. There's a train waiting for us up there already. So it's single track all the way up to Spain Bridge. Oops, bit of power loss. Right there. So I'm trying to check DSD. Does it work with this train? No, it doesn't. This train doesn't have a DSD system, which I'm quite pleased about, I've got to say. Let's see if I can get the power right. Because I want to be doing about 50, because I don't want to take until 12 to do this. As fun as the 67 is driving as scenic as this area is, I don't want to spend an hour doing it. I want to be in bed in an hour. It's 11 o'clock at night. We'll just do that. Get some fresh air circulating. I've had a Rockstar, so I should be fine, but yeah, still. I'm uploading videos to YouTube, so I can't turn the computer off anyway. Because I do, as I say, my computer, I don't think I've turned it off for about a week now. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. But as I say, it's not been off for about a week because I've just been constantly either recording videos, uploading videos, re-downloading all my flight sims. Full power. I'm just losing speed now. We need to go to full power. We're still losing speed. There's some break applied somewhere. Nope. There we go. The power of the train's just increasing now as it spools up further and further. This line's normally covered by Class 37s. They normally drop. I think they normally drop the Class 67 at some stage, because we don't have the ability to do tokens, whereas the 37s that run on this line do. I think that's generally the idea behind it. But it's just one long uphill slog out of here. And they tend to run the 37s on this part because it's not a high-speed section, so they can't go particularly fast. And as I say, they've got the tokens, which is a safety thing for this part of the line, because you're only allowed one train onto this section at any one time. Even if you've got 10 trains queuing behind each other, they have to wait till each one goes through, which is a bit silly in a lot of people's opinion, but it's safe. And they haven't had anybody crashing into anybody yet, so it does work. Bridge! Oh my god. Pause brake. Yes! Right, this is going to be a screenshot. Sorry guys, No, you can't. I'm trying to find an angle to take screenshots from, but the trees are in the way. That's a nice one. Let's control this, I believe. Yep. Screenshots. Woo! If I'd paused it like half a second earlier. Alright. And off you go. I'm going to be taking screenshots during these recordings. I'm sorry, guys. It's just a thing now. I took a nice screenshot as well whilst I was doing my a video with the Class 378, which I didn't end up uploading. And I'm just like, oh my god, screenshots now. Yeah. %5 power. Right, once I get to this 60 marker, which isn't actually here apparently, is it? Oh yeah, it's here. That's the old system that they used to have, where it was just a cutout one, so apparently you could see it better, but you really can't. So, train length now. That should then do its noise as we pull the tail end of the train through that. I've got to say, the power's holding quite nicely. Full power again, just to get us accelerating up this hill to get us up to 60. It drops back down to 50 in a few miles, but whilst we can, we'll get it up to 60. The engine's absolutely screaming now, just trying to get us to accelerate. It's not going on 51. I should have just driven it up this hill at full power. I wouldn't have been speeding by that much. My speeding would be within the accuracy of the instruments. Oh, it's too late to pause brake it for that bridge. Let's just pull some power off here. I do like the challenge of driving up this hill, because keeping the train within within the requirements for the speed limit is quite interesting. Going down the other way is quite challenging actually, but yeah, the weather's cleared up quite nicely since this morning because it was chucking it down when we were coming down from Glenfinnan. Oh no! I can say, oh, back in a 60. No, we're not. Still a 50. Cottage. I know I like driving on the South London network and the North London network, but this is the second run I've actually done in Scotland on train sim like this far north, apart from doing Edinburgh Glasgow, which I didn't actually film because I did it in Voyage and I was just like bombing it. I should do that someday in the GNER 390. Yes, we're starting to level off. I think we're nearing the top of a hill. I will stop in Speen Bridge. Oops, I'm speeding. Let's just check how far away from that we are. Where are we? We're about 4 or 5 miles away. Yeah, that's us. That's the bridge. There's a train waiting for us to get through there. Keeping pace with the guys who are driving cars. Oh no, we're overtaking. Ooh, hello, Mr. Transit, you just spawned in there. MAN! That man is doing it right. I do want to come up here in Eurotrack actually. I want to see how it's been done in Pro Mods. Is that an MAN? What's he driving? What even is that thing? I need to see the front to get a better idea of what he's driving. You'd think I'd have cruise control or some sort of hacks on, but I haven't. Ah. I just was meaning in terms of the speed, but that looks like an old Volvo or something. We are doing the speed limit on this section. There's no two ways about it, we're doing the speed limit. And if you look at the instruments right here, they are showing 49. Yeah, we're coming up on a 15 limit. That'll be the entrance to Speen Bridge. We will stop in Speen Bridge, and that's where I'm going to end part 1 of this episode, because we don't want the episode to get too long. We will also be dropping passengers off at Speen Bridge, so we do need to stop there. It's a mile and a half away. What's the episode? 15 minutes? Yeah. The other half's going to be a bit longer, but that's nothing I can really do about that. I'm just going to take some power off. I'm going to start applying brakes because Spinbridge South, it's a fairly short platform if you look at comparison to our train. But what we can do is we can move right up against the signals because I don't actually think it's a platform. I think it's like just an area of ground where you get on the train. So it's not going to be a big deal if we overrun the platform by a bit. And we have to overrun the platform, otherwise the train that's currently parked there won't be able to get out. Is my other concern. And as nasty as it would be to have to, chuck our passengers off there and make them walk, we don't want to be blocking the train whilst we're doing our turnaround. We're picking speed up! Brake! Fucking brake! I'm just use loco brake. Here's the thing, 100% loco braking is actually doing about the same as that might actually work, just doing 100% loco braking at this stage. I think we're still coming a bit fast. Speed just washing off completely. But no, I was actually watching a video on the internet of one of these towing while doing practice emergency tow of a HST, one of the class 43s, and it's actually quite interesting because obviously the HST doesn't have a traditional coupling system because it's got like a funny nose which is like a V shape, like a sideways V if you look at it, and they have to use like a really long bar to connect them, which it's quite an interesting thing to watch. It's on YouTube. Again, we're going to keep our eyes peeled ahead on the line ahead. That's just a post. That looks like the 15. So I'm just going to brake a bit, get 5 miles of speed off. I love the tilt on the line. You can feel it, even you can feel the train's level. So that like the train was level and it's woof over onto one side. Yeah, see, there's a 37 that's behind the points. We need to clear these points with our last carriage. So, we're going to use train length again. It's not, the train length system on this train isn't quite as effective as it is on other trains like the Taurus, but we can use it, basically. Right, now I want to make sure we're kind of over the top of that and hit train length. And brake. Oh, so it's not just a piece of ground, it is actually a proper platform. Well. You can see how far back though the last carriages are. Absolutely mental. Hello Mr. 37, thank you for waiting for us. We know you've been waiting some time. Hello! Hello, how you doing? You doing good? Okay, that's good. See ya, bye. Bye. Okay. Now, I'm literally going to have to wait for these carriages to go over the points. I can't stop until then, no matter what the front of the train's doing. I am going to try and stop the first few carriages as close to here as it can. But that's not going to be particularly close because look, we're still. Oh, no, we've just gone over the points. So we've just got 56% braking on. We've missed the tick-tock sound. There it is. Brake. Sufficient clear there. Yeah, that's plenty of space. In the front of the train. Yeah, we've gone through right here. So, whilst the passengers get over the fact that they're going to have to walk to the platform, we'll end the episode here. We'll be back in a few moments, guys. See you then.